a monster woman I can really tie down. Yeah, if the bitch got horns, she getting flied out. Take her for a quick spin, she getting tried out. Had Usagi, I'ma pull up to the hideout. After a couple of hours, neither one of us was tied out. Night falling and both of us see the light now. Blew her back out, but I bet that she all right now. Huh? Slide like Nina? Right now I'm trying to slide on Mina. Put her on her back, take a ride on Mina. Looking like a snack, I'ma dine on Mina. Said you got a place on the couch too. Cause I really got a question what that mount to. Fuck it, bring more, we can see what it amount to. Bring the tall lady, let me see if I can mount you. We need a ground crew. Not an naughty bar trying to see if she can sprout new vines. That's a clout move. Get her undercover like a breeding boy sound booth. Man, I'm addicted. Monster girl pussy got a nigga on a mission. Now we need to gather all the monster and beast women, divide the legs and conquer the peach ribbon. I need every fox sterling, each vixen, every sentient intelligent creature with a curiosity for interspecies intermixing to come help me try alleviating my affliction. Lately I've been cursing in addiction. This monster girl pussy got a nigga on a mission. It's hard to find a nigga who be fucking with the vision. I'm lost in the sauce and about to go missing, I'm the type to wanna fuck around and find out. I need a monster woman I can really tie down. Yeah, if the bitch got horns, she getting flied out. Take her for a quick spin, she getting tried out. She make it clap boogie woogie. She finna pass me the cookie, If I pull up on Tokage, she might let me take it home pocket pussy, Yeah, I dig that. And if I see my nigga digs, he get a big dab. Big pimpin', feeling like slickback. 10T bad bitch with the big back. Shawty getting curious, looking subservient. I got a pocket rocket, she can handle a bomb. Then she blew me with her hand on the box. She asking way too many questions, had to dump her like a gravity drop. Damn, but her heart's still burning, green with envy. Make her wanna burn bridges like she be with Engie. Hugging heartstrings like I'm trying to beef with Engie. All I do is cause mayhem like a demon sent me. Woo! That was a good show. Wait, what's this? Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh shit, where the fuck am I?
Big teeth, big horns, bitch be looking like a monster, but this demon on a mission, baby, nobody can stop her. They were Cerberus, I got my hands upon his hopper. Fuck around and get it, not my problem, then he got her. Demon dogs are gonna give the dude a new view. Don't be acting like you mattered or missed you. Dude is saying that he gonna get a kiss too. You guys dick confused, he about to have a breakthrough. Ay, they'll be better than your lady. Quad eyes, I had got rolling back, getting lazy. Bounce back on the black claw, watch his toes curl. I be on the good pussy, dripping like a slime girl. Monster girls be hot, but where the fuck are all my dudes? Press down on that wound tattoo, ay, ay, ay. I want you. Say
Yo, we've already got some action going on in the chat. Sup Azura, sup Nina. So I have not yet taken a listen to this. I was waiting to sort of get the whole process on the stream. This is my first mixing stream, at least of somebody else's stuff. I feel that this might be hard to watch or listen to as the artist being mixed, because, you know, mixing process, I'm gonna be like playing the same thing over and over again. You know, I'm gonna be like, oh, hold on, let me solo this one part over and over. So might be difficult, but I'm gonna try and make it sound as good as possible. Let's go ahead and get into it, honestly. Go ahead and go into this live scene. Now I might want to that way y'all can see the drop down menu, because window capture doesn't, and that's an issue, because like if I open up a thing of plugins, like y'all can see that there, but if off, y'all can't see. I'm gonna keep this on. Sub everything, Scythe. I I mean, no need to apologize for screeching. I'm literally a metalcore vocalist. I have to listen to unedited audio of me going, ah, you know. So it's cool. Do not worry about it. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. First, let me listen to this ref.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales they sing no more.
Really like the piano.
Where I go, I see it there. Smell of books stuck in the air.
I'm listening and I'm thinking of what I'm gonna do to this, and one thing is I'm gonna definitely clear a lot of space in the instrumental for the vocals.
Think so just and so unfair.
Because as it is, the vocals are at a good level, but they're still a little muddy because there's also instrumental stuff going on at that same range.
We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it would be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same. What a shame, what a shame. Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees.
Hell yeah. We're gonna learn today.
Find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who
Probably
you
do
made me
some
out to be.
multi-band compression of some kind, or like some
They sing no more.
or some kind of
Close my eyes
dynamic
with
viewing to
silent
bring up the
plea.
bass and like
Things
the
we
impact
said's
of
not
this
what we
second instrumental.
need. But you might never find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales they sing no more. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all.
I might also do some things to just generally increase the width and space. Like of course of the vocals, I'll be, you know, adding reverb and delay and stuff, but I think the instrumental too could use
Made it
some
clear we're
added
not
depth.
the same. What a shame. What a shame.
Okay, hell yeah. All right. Let's fucking do this. Heck yeah, yeah. Well, you know, don't feel like you have to take notes right now because the VOD will be up. Okay, it looks like this is at 140. Yeah, okay, thick. Sweet. Alright, so the first thing I do is I put everything in mixer. I put the other vocals 5 and beyond, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because I like to leave a little space because I'm usually routing things into each other, and that sometimes requires routing multiple things into one channel. You'll see what I mean later. So let's see. Like these two are like the main vocal layers. I'm gonna mute. Put this into the Okay, so there is some overlap over here. Looks like I am gonna need to make like a separate punch in track. I'll go ahead and move that into, but I'm gonna keep that muted for now because I'm gonna work on one.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees. You're praying on me. Now I'm praying.
Okay, there was a little pop, but it was just FL Studio being weird. Sometimes it just does that. Don't know how to make it not. I think increasing the buffer helps sometimes.
Now I'm praying.
Well, anyway. Oh, is my noise gate? Oh, you know what? You know what it is? It's I turned my shit down because I was recording yesterday. That's why. That should be better, right? Let's see. What is... Alright. Yeah, I want it to be so that when I'm at my normal speaking voice, it's still like hitting in the yellow. That should be good. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah, I was recording a Has-Been Hotel song, so look out for that in like a couple weeks.
Now I'm praying on my knees. Now I'm praying on my knees.
So what I'm doing here is I always throw on an EQ first.
You tore me down and set you free.
Without the EQ, like, there's a way to, let's see.
You tore me down.
Yeah, there's like low frequency stuff going on.
Now I'm praying on my knees.
So we're just cutting that out. I'm doing a little bit of a high end boost.
You tore me down and set you free. You tore me down and set you free.
And I'm scooping out a little bit of these like higher mids. I think when you record your voice, there's sometimes the parts of your voice that are in the more mid range kind of that's where a lot of room tone and stuff gets in, and so I just like to cut a little bit of that out. Let's see, I'm gonna throw on a compressor.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your...
Oh shit, we got Schwabady in the chat. Oh fuck, we got a professional musician in here. I can't show him how I work.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way.
Let's see.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying.
So this is a de-esser. It attenuates sibilance. That's the S sounds. I've been told by Jonald that I use too much de-essing, but fuck Jonald.
You tore me down and set you...
Now, so we have this really low stuff in the beginning, and then we have some louder stuff.
A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair.
For something like this, I want to have some dynamics. I don't want to totally crush this, but I'm gonna have to make a decision later on working on this, whether or not I want to sort of artificially have that that dynamics, like if I want to compress it and then just physically, manually lower the volume in the beginning and then increase it later so that the vocals still have that like power from the compression. We will figure that out.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be.
Let's see. I'm trying to decide. There's a million things that you can do to vocals when you're mixing, and the trick for me is deciding what to do first. Not Ozone. That's not what I want. I want Soothe. Where's Soothe? There we go. They're like really close to each other on the menu.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales they sing.
Oh, no. God damn it. I don't want Ozone on the vocals. So what I'm doing now with Soothe and this EQ is I'm doing like micro EQing. You can kind of hear, and this is in any recorded vocals pretty much.
Tore me down and set you free.
Oh, wrong
Now
one.
I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on.
It's a little hard to hear because honestly, this is pretty well recorded.
You tore me down and
There you
set
go.
you free.
So that's a resonant frequency. That's a spot where, whether it's like the room causing some kind of resonance or something in the microphone or just a naturally occurring resonance in your voice, but there is just like certain emphasized harmonics, and I just like to take those down. And Soothe is also going to be taking some of those out. If you push Soothe to where it's taking out all of the resonances, it's also taking out a lot of stuff that you want to keep. So what I like to use both. So like,
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees
so that way.
for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just
That way you get like the automaticness of Soothe is going to be taking out a large chunk of stuff, and then you can go in and sort of smooth it out with the manual.
tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying.
But then you're taking out all these frequencies, so it's going to lower the volume in that sort of general area. So I do like to boost.
Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home.
There's sort of just like a cluster of resonances around there. I think this sounds pretty good so far. I'll probably go back and make a bunch of changes. But for now, let's see about like some reverb and stuff.
You tore me down.
That is way too much.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees. You
like
tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees.
I think I'm gonna do delay and reverb. What I found is really interesting is like, you hear things that sound really spacey and you think, oh, it's a lot of reverb, but a lot of the time it's like a little bit of reverb and then a lot of delay. Delay kind of like tricks you into thinking that there's more like wetness in the signal. Oh, we got Key the Weeb and Caspi in the chat. Sup, y'all?
You tore me down. You tore me down.
I'm just really really easily amused by the fact that you can like change the pitch by changing the time of the delay. You didn't used to be able to do that in earlier versions of FL Studio. But that is how tape delay works. And tape delay is sick.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying.
All right, let's.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home.
I'm gonna go ahead. I don't think it's necessarily the right thing to do this so early on into the mixing process, but I'm gonna go ahead and figure out making space in the instrumental for the vocals. So the way that I do that is I route all the vocals into one, or at least all the main vocals into one side. Oh yeah, Ariana Grande, I mean, you know, of course she's got money, so she's got like real professional people mixing her shit. And she sounds good. Yeah, so I route all the main vocals into one thing, and I route that into the beat channel. I side chain it into the beat channel, so you're not actually hearing the vocals going through the beat effects. But what that lets me do, I put another soothe on the beat, and sidechain input, Vox side, and then I turn sidechain on.
You tore me down and set you free.
And now it's reacting to the vocal signal rather than the signal from the beat.
You to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home.
So that's making a little bit more space. Soothe, you know, it's a little expensive. It's like $200, but it has been the most worthwhile purchase that I have ever made. I've spent money on some plugins that was not worth it, but Soothe 100% worth it.
No more. Sea of stars remind me things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne.
I think I am gonna go ahead and add a second compressor and make these vocals a little bit flatter, a little bit more
A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this road.
Oh, and I need to there's a little bit of noise in the recording. Let me gate that.
A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this road. A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this road. A sea of stars remind me. A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. You tore me down and set you free.
Yeah, honestly, I think there's enough dynamics in there that having them kind of crushed doesn't really affect it too much, and it's honestly kind of nice having like a really loud, clear vocal.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find.
Ooh, I don't like the way the gate is.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find.
I may cut out the breaths. When I was younger, I took a, like, I guess you would call it a class. It was sort of like this extracurricular thing in my high school where they took us to this like studio. This was like multiple weeks, and this guy who like had music industry experience was telling us like, here's how you mic a drum kit, and here's how you use Reason. And so I I learned an entire new DAW at this one program. But anyway, he was like, you gotta cut out the breaths, and like it's a hard rule. Now, in my experience, it is not a hard rule. It is, sometimes you want to leave in the breaths. Sometimes you want that natural like sound of like the singer like taking in a breath before singing. But sometimes
You tore me down and set you free. Now
but I think in a lot of cases you do.
Now I'm praying on my knees
On my knee.
for you to find your way back home. And all this time.
Yeah, because I think sometimes the breaths, they have a little bit too much attack, and again, the fact that I've got a gate on this.
And all this time I
Yeah, I think that just sounds a little cleaner.
just who you make me out to be.
Of course, you know, this is a you know, kind of creative decision, so obviously if someone, like, if Nina were to be like, actually leave the breaths in, of course I would leave them in. But I think, in my professional mixing opinion, in this particular case, I gotta take the breaths out.
But the nightingales they sing no more.
And I think I'm going to add a tiny bit of auto-tune to this. Great singing on this, but I think some of the runs, they're losing a little bit of accuracy. And you can hear that more, like, you know, the more compression and stuff. Where is? There we go.
But the night
Let's see. It's gonna be very little tune. It does not need a lot. That said, what key is this in?
But the night
Seems like E minor.
but the nightingales they sing no more.
Oh, that's not working. Is it not? Oh, it's because it's harmonic minor. Maybe this needs to be just chromatic.
But the nightingales they sing no more.
Honestly, chromatic would probably work because
You tore me down and set you free.
she's pretty accurate on these notes.
For you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be.
Oh, this is a 0 beat? Oh, shit. I need to get a 0 beat so bad.
No more, no more. A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair.
I think I think I'm gonna take the delay and reverb out and put them in the or maybe I'll put them in a whole different chain, like delay verb, because I think I want to do some. Oh, whoops, I deleted it from the wrong thing. I think I want to have like more of it, but I don't want it to be clashing with the vocals as they're going. So what I'm gonna do is where's the delay again?
A sea of stars remind.
Oh yeah, let me
A sea of stars.
so I'm gonna, how do I want to do this? Or wait, no, that's the wet. I guess if I just put the reverb on the delay
Sea
thing.
of stars.
Let's see. Maybe maybe the reverb does have to just be on like the main.
A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne.
Yeah, so like
A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair.
that's like the level of delay and reverb I want, but it's obviously like way too loud when the vocals are going. So let's see. Might be good to add reverb delay as send channels. Well, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm sort of doing a manual send channel. The reason I'm doing it this way is so that I can add one of one of these. So I got a Peak controller.
Sea of stars reminding here of things so just.
You know, it's basically taking the volume of the vocals and making that a signal. And then what I'm gonna do is I am going to, I'll route it to this. Link this to this Peak controller, blah, blah, blah. Invert.
Sea of stars reminding here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne.
I think that's a lot better.
Sea of stars reminding.
There is some
Sea of stars. Sea of stars reminding here of things so just and so. Sea of stars.
I think it's there.
Sea of stars reminding. Sea of stars.
Or
Sea of stars. Sea of stars reminding here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne.
Alright. Oh shit, I have not saved. Okay. Nina Hope. What was the title of this? What a shame. What a shame. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and copy all of this stuff to the Punch channel.
Where I go, I see it there. The smell of books stuck in the air.
And I'm gonna route that into that and that. That should be... Oh, so this is actually like not fully... Well, I'm gonna route that fully into the...
Where I go, I see it there.
Oh, whoops.
Where I go, I see it there. The smell of books stuck in the air. God, I've never felt so alone. A sea of stars reminding here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it will be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same. What a shame, what a shame. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just.
So like what I was saying about the breaths earlier, I think like it's a lot less noticeable when the vocals are just louder in general, because like the breaths are quiet, but when the vocals are also quiet, then they're pretty loud compared to the vocals. So it's kind of like, it really depends on context. Let's see. Let's try adding some of these background vocals. Start with this one. I think I can probably get away with, well actually, yeah. So I'm gonna copy this mixer track state. I'm gonna have to tweak this, but let's just start with that as a bass.
No more. Where I
Alright,
more,
this is basically just like an octave up.
Ooh, no more.
So, for background vocals,
Ooh, no more.
I do like to get rid of a lot of the low end, because I think you can get... First of all, I think that, like, if you have all of the vocals having, like, really strong fundamentals, that can get kind of cluttered. That, like, this leaves room for the main vocal, but still having, like, the high-end presence of the layer vocals. But also, like, I think that it adds to like a breathy quality when you take some of the fundamental away, which I think will work for this particularly.
Ooh, no more.
I'll go ahead and route this into the
Ooh, no more.
and then the next step is I need to make this stereo.
Ooh, no more.
So now with the main vocal,
Oh, no more. Oh, no more.
let's...
So alone. Sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne. We had it all, there'd be. Gave my life, it will be in vain. You made it. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying.
Alright, we're getting to the point that enough layers will make this clip, so let me just temporarily put a soft clipper on here.
Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. Whoa. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees.
I'm wondering if I'm gonna want to do something like to these parts where there's an overlap. Maybe. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna go ahead and execute on this idea. Just for shits and giggles. Let's see how this works. So let me make like a copy of the main thing. I'll put it over here. I'll like woes and put this into that channel. Now what I'm gonna do, I'll route this into the reverb for sure.
You tore me down and set you free. You tore me down and set you free.
So first of all, just like lowering the volume a little bit, but second of all, my idea is I put another peak controller on the punch vocals, because that's what's coming in during that part. And then what I can maybe do is... Oh, what's on my hat? Let's see. It is the logo for this company, so it's like a little like Oni kind of dude. What is the name of this brand? Yeah. King Guro. Anyway, I got this in Anime NYC. Sick ass brand. Actually, that's all I got from them, but I also got some other cool stuff from this other brand there. It was like 99%. No, what was it called? It was like 1% talent. I'll have to look them up, but they were cool too. A lot of cool brands at Anime NYC.
You tore me down.
All right, so I'm going to duck these vocals when the punch vocals come in. But the question is, do I want to do some weird like dynamic EQ stuff? like what I could do is I could link this this low shelf to it.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees. Say no more. I close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said's not what we mean. But you might never.
Honestly, yeah, that sounds sick. Like that, you know, like I said, I think the low, the fundamentals and like the really low harmonics of like a voice, a recording of a voice, that if you have a whole lot of those together, it can get a little muddy. So this is literally just cutting that out. I am going to like reduce the amount of ducking just a tiny bit because I think it sounds a little too weird. Actually, what I could do is I could increase.
Say no more. I close my eyes with silent
Let's
say no more. I close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said. Say no more. I close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said's not what we mean.
I think I will.
Say no more. I close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said's not.
There we go. That doesn't sound as like obtrusive.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees.
All right, cool. I've never done that effect to a vocal before, and I wasn't sure how that was gonna work out, but I think that sounds pretty cool.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales.
All right. I am gonna add this background vocal next. My reason for going out of order is I'm listening to this and I'm thinking these background vocals here, they need to be pumped up a little bit, but there's background vocals going on at the same time, so maybe both of those together will be sort of enough support. So let's freaking try it. Also, I may rename this because this is not really a harmony. This is more of like just an octave. Not that it really matters, but you know, I think labeling your tracks can be good or something. I don't know.
You tore me down and set you free. But now I'm praying.
It's too quiet. It's getting fucked up by the gate.
Tore me down and set you free. But now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. Close my eyes with silent plea.
So this is actually also not really a harmony. This is just a low octave. Low octave.
Tore me down and set you free. But now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be.
Oh, I just realized I'm displaying over the chat box. My bad.
No more. Close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said's not what we mean. But you might never find your way.
Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat real quick. First of all, welcome to the chat, QL. Well, I don't remember what you were responding to, Nina. You usually do, but this is all kind of mixed because I lost track. I don't know if I said something about if that's about like the harmonies or something. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it's bad that it's not harmonies. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to accurately label things. Honestly, you don't. I love adding harmonies to shit, but like, just just a whole bunch of octave layers is sometimes like all you need. Labeling the tracks is what you were talking about. Do not even worry about it. I'm labeling it on the mixer so that I can like see what the hell I'm doing. But you know, it is, especially when it's only like 5 vocal tracks like this, I think labeling them is not all that important. I have been sent tracks in the past that were like 30 vocal tracks, unlabeled, and like, you know, like things could have been consolidated and they weren't, and like it's just I've seen messes. Also, welcome to the chat, Evoker. I will say, I think I'm a decent mixer, but never feel self-conscious looking at me doing my shit, because this is all fucking thrown together. Like, I learned how to do this shit on the fly, like, by mixing very badly for like 10 years. So, never look at my shit and be like, oh my god. This is so, at the very least, like, never look at my shit and go like, this is so professional. At the very least, you can like my mixes, but never think that I am like educated. Let's see. Let's listen to this last layer and see what that sounds like.
Tore me down and I set you free.
Let's see, I'll just copy this.
Tore me down and I set you free.
Let's see,
Tore me down and set you free. Now tore me down and set you free. Tore me down and set you free. Tore me down and tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way. Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see.
I think I might want to take the stereo.
Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying.
Yeah, take the stereo off the low octave. I think that sometimes when you're like making low end stuff stereo, it can just like be muddy. It doesn't really work with that. I'm gonna saturate the low vocals and maybe make them sound a little bit more warm, a little bit more, I don't know, a little more gooder.
Tore me down and set you. Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home.
Yeah, I'm just I might want to keep the fundamental cut out of these low vocals. I'm not sure.
Tore me down, I set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be.
Yeah, I think it works better just being like those harmonics, but not necessarily actually the tone of the low vocals. I'm curious, like which plugins you're like looking at and like sort of not seeing how to like you wouldn't have thought to use them in this way. Like I'm curious which ones.
We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, we had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame.
I might, let's see.
There'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Shame, what a shame.
I didn't know that Soothe could do that.
If I gave my life, it will be in. You made it clear.
But I was doing basically the same technique. Like you just manually. So like what I was doing before, cause you want to clear space out in the instrumental for the vocals, and I mean you can just turn the instrumental down or like EQ out like a chunk for the vocals, but like if you're like me and you like a loud mix and you like everything to sort of be like going at 100, you know, the whole time, then what you do is you have dynamic EQ, and that's basically what Soothe is. It's a dynamic EQ. So like what I would do is I would have an EQ with a bell curve around where the vocals needed space, and I would do what I'm doing sort of here with the peak controller. I would put a peak controller on the vocals, and I would have that bell, the gain of the bell be tied to that, and that works great. That's a really great technique to make that space. But Soothe is nice because it's not just a single bell, you know, it's all of these individual.
We had it all, there'd be no gain.
And you can set the width of them and all of that, and so then you really get like you are only cutting out the frequencies you need, and the rest of them are going to be, you know, at full volume, and so you can still have a really loud and present instrumental without, you know, without it clouding the vocals.
We had it all, there'd be no pain.
So side chaining in general, usually when people talk about side chaining, it's in a instrumental context. It like I don't know if this is the main way that it gets used, but sort of like the way that it became popularized is, is in EDM music, you'd have your kick drum, which is usually like the thing you want the loudest in your beat, and you would route the kick drum. I'm just doing this as an example. I'm sorry, Nina, I'm ruining your track for this educational moment.
We had it all day.
Club remix. So you have your kick, and you want to duck the rest of the track when the kick is happening. So, and this was something people were doing on physical compressors back in the day. They were literally routing the signal of a kick drum into the side of a compressor. Like there's literally a separate input on the side of a physical compressor. They route it into that, and they set the compressor to, instead of doing its normal compression based on the volume of the signal of the thing it's compressing, instead it's now compressing based on the signal of the kick drum.
We had it all, there'd be no pain.
This will be easier to hear if I cut out all the vocals. You can kind of hear that pumping, like the instrumental is ducking whenever there's a kick, and you can make it really intense. Like it's so you get this swelling effect, and that's what sidechaining is. When people talk about sidechaining, they're usually talking about that. But the general idea of routing a separate signal, let me like sidechain tutorial. The general idea of routing a outside signal into something that is processing something else, that's what sidechaining is as a concept. And so you can sidechain for a lot of effects. Like you can sidechain the vocals into the soothe processing the beat. You could sidechain, it has to be something that dynamically reacts to a signal. So like, you can't really sidechain EQ, but you can sidechain dynamic EQ. Stuff like that. It's a very versatile technique.
We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it will be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same.
All right. Now, let's blah 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 blah. Let's work on this instrumental. I think.
We had it all, there'd be no pain.
I think it needs, like I said before, like more space.
We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it will be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same. What a shame, what a shame. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But now
Okay, so there's like, okay, the impacts are really, those are really bassy, but then like you have these drums. So I may want to do some kind of like multi-band type stuff. I might also want to set the soothe to like only like not be fully hell yeah, I'm probably gonna be streaming for like another hour or so. So definitely pop by if you're done in like an hour or so. Ronan, what you walked in on is me pretending I know. Pretending I know anything. So, this plugin here is Insight, and this gives you the integrated loudness. And if you're not familiar with mixing, that's gonna seem like a totally foreign concept. Like, isn't the loudness, you know, how high this bar goes? So, shouldn't the loudness be 0 dB? But no, the the physical peak loudness and the perceived loudness of a sound are two different things, and the perceived loudness basically depends on how high it stays. It's not about how high it gets. It can get really high, but if it immediately peaks and comes back down, that's going to sound kind of quiet. But if it gets up to a level and stays there, that's how loud, that's going to be much more loud. And you can basically determine the loudness of a song by averaging those peaks. Like, what is the average peak, essentially? This is important for mixing because websites like YouTube and Spotify will normalize all the audio to minus 14 dB. Now you can, like, I think on Spotify you can turn that off. You can make it play songs at the loudness that they were uploaded at, but usually it's going to be normalized to minus 14. And so that means if the song averages minus 12, it's going to be taken down 2 dB. So I like to try and get as close to minus 14 as possible so that it is not changed by Spotify. I believe Spotify normalization only takes things down, it doesn't take things up. So if you're below -14, it's going to be quiet. But also, if you're above -14, it's going to sound quiet because it's been taken down. So the closer you get to, but not below -14, basically, the louder your song is going to sound on streaming. That's a long-winded explanation. I'm gonna see how the loudness of this song seems to be shaping up. It seemed like it was getting to -12 in those louder parts.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm
And I want to look at how loud it's averaging out to be, because I think I want to throw a compressor on the master. I will start the mastering process now, even though I could probably keep working on the mix. But I like to throw on some mastering stuff just to sort of get things closer to where I want it, and then I can make changes to the mix.
no more.
A lot of professionals will they will not even mix and master in the same project.
Where I go, I see you.
And I'm sure that there's benefits to that, but I'm coming from an EDM background, so I'm used to altering a mix with a mastering chain on because I'm trying to get a very specific tone, or, for a number of reasons.
All this throne. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had
It looks like we are...
all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it would
It's getting louder over time, which, the song gets louder over time.
be what a shame.
But even as it gets louder, it may not get above -14.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. I close my eyes with silent plea. The things we said's not what we mean. But you might never find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you
Okay, got to -14.
to be.
So, the loudness of this whole song, without any mastering on it, except for a soft clipper to prevent it from clipping, is pretty close to -14.
What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it would be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same. What a shame, what a shame.
I think I'm gonna... take down a little bit of the delay, because it was a little obnoxious in some places. But okay. Yeah, that it was -14. So that's great, because I think I can compress this a decent amount and it'll still sound pretty good. All right, now I want Ozone. Let's see.
Find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out
want to put a low end focus specifically for this section.
Tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. I close my eyes with silent plea, the things we say. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. I close my eyes with silent plea, the things we said's not what we mean. But you might never find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, the same. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. I close my eyes with silent plea, the things we said's not what we mean. But you might never find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame, what a shame. If I gave my life, it would be in vain.
I forgot the name of the plugin I'm looking for.
What a shame, what a shame.
There we go. There we go.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way.
All right, yeah. Tonal balance control. That's a good plugin for checking, like, you know, is your song, does your mix have like a good mix of all of the you know, of the full frequency spectrum.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this
I'm a little high on the high end, but like I like a lot of high end, and I think I think most people like subconsciously prefer more high end because it's like a little louder.
I close my eyes with silent plea, the things we said. You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more. No Everything's so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne. We had it all.
Oh, the main vocals are actually like
We
peaking, like.
should have walked right off this throne. We had should have just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne. We had it all, there'd be no pain. We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a
I swear I saw that this was like clipping. Wonder what that was about. Well, anyway, so I would say this is. I think I've gotten this to a place where I'm pretty happy with it, but you should never just like, you know, do a bunch of shit and then like export it and be like, all right, that's good. You should give your ears time to rest. You should come back to it with a fresh set of ears, and you know, make sure that you didn't make any like obvious mistakes, and also like, you know, you should listen to the full thing all the way through, which that's something that I'm guilty of not doing, because you know, I'm like, okay, does this part sound good? Cool, and then I skip here, and
tore me down.
okay, that part sounds good.
We had it all, there'd be no gain.
Okay, that part sounds good, and then I export the track, and then I didn't listen to the full thing through, so that I didn't realize that, oh, there's some like really obvious shit, you know, in one of the sections I didn't play. So, you know, that's the final lesson of today, I guess, is once you're done mixing, you're not done. You know, take a break and come back and listen to it. That being said, though, I think I am gonna go ahead and export this. This can be draft 1. Yeah, and I'll go ahead and upload this to my like Google Drive so that I can listen to it later on. Like, it's also important to listen to things on multiple you know, in multiple settings on multiple devices. So like, I'm listening on headphones because I'm streaming, because I don't want to play it out of the speakers while I'm streaming because I'll get picked up by the mic. But I'm definitely going to listen to it on the monitors, and then I'll listen to it playing out of my phone speakers, and if possible out of a car with a stereo system, to make sure that it sounds good on those. You want to make sure that, you know, some choice that you made that sounds really good on headphones doesn't sound really bad on a stereo or on a phone, you know? And me personally, as someone who mixes for people who put their shit on YouTube, I prioritize how things sound on phone speakers, which is like not something that people prioritize a lot. You know, they want people to listen on their car stereo or, you know, on headphones. But I think a lot of people are going to be listening to this on their phone speakers. They're going to be on the YouTube app, and they're going to be like, oh, look, new Nina Hope. And they click on it, and they just listen that way. At least that's how I listen to a lot of YouTube music. So I really like to make sure that shit sounds good on that, you know? Yeah, so what is next? That's a good question, QL. I can be I should stream for like at least another 30 minutes. Maybe maybe I can work on some production. Maybe I can give a sneak peek of the Has Been song that I'm working on. Actually, there's some work that I need to do on the Has Been song. I didn't do any melodyning for Nina because Nina can sing. But I need to do some melodyning for my Has-Been song, which is still in progress. Doesn't have it's not even fully structured out, but I did record some vocals that I'm pretty happy with for it, so it'd be cool maybe to go through my process of like mixing my own vocals and like again melodyning, which is something I didn't get into on this stream. So yeah, let's do that. Let me just upload this to Drive real quick. Save. Let's open. Pretty sure it's this one. Loading a lot of shit, so it probably is this one.
Future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. You won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm an optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. You won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription.
Hell yeah. I'm really happy with this. Big fan of what I did here. But my singing, it's pretty good. I think I did a decent job, but there's some little details. So
the future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist.
all right.
The future keeps on the future keeps on pulling me in. The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to. The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the step.
We
The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo. The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo. The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a
welcome to the chat, Has. We were mixing some Nina Hope, but I got to a good place of the mix, and so I'm resting my ears, and I'm gonna go back and listen to the Nina mix in a little bit. I say I'm resting my ears, and yet here I am working on more music. But yeah, it's a vital part of the process, so I'm emphasizing it. Catch you later, QL. Just checking my phone real quick, and sometimes people be communicating to me while I'm on the stream.
The future keeps on pulling me in. Take the status quo on the chin. We can take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my economy. Take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a
Is that someone at my door, or is that just the wind?
The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a pop.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and record that out.
The future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous. Future keeps on pulling me in. I can future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the step.
Oh, was that not the one? Was this? Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You're
All right, let's go ahead and do this with the chorus. Skibbity-bop-em da. Oops. There we go.
Hey, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. But you won't see
The melody of this, I don't think it's too close to be,
I got
you know, plagiarism, but it reminds me of.
you can't take away from my accomplishments.
I'll sing it when the recording's done.
Of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic.
What up, SSB?
Prescription.
We were mixing some Nina Hope, but I'm taking a break from that. I'm pretty happy with what I got, so I want to take a break and then listen afterwards. And so now I'm working on my Has-Been song, and I'm showing the people how to melodyne. But yeah, no, the melody that I wrote for this, again, I think this is an original melody, but it's kind of reminiscent of shoot. It's a part of one of the Kingdom Hearts songs. Which is it? I had it in my head and now I can't unhear my own melody. Well, I'm pretty sure it's simple and clean. You know, like,
Hey.
oh baby, don't go simple and clean. You know, fucking simple and clean is the way that you're making me feel tonight. But it's not that section, it's a different section.
I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you're. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous. Oh, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this.
Hell yeah. Oh, it looks like we've got a few people coming in after I'm taking a break from the Nina mix part. Maybe I'll just go ahead and give y'all a little preview of the Nina song, and then I mean, honestly, maybe it's been long enough of a break. Let's take a full listen through. Ooh. Oh, okay. I'm glad that you think that this hook that I'm working on is catchy. I need this Has Been song to be catchy. I need this to be a hit. Low key, my new song flopping, but it's okay.
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing no more.
What's up, Black Fox? You came in at just the right time. We are listening to my mix of the Nina Hope, the new Nina Hope song.
Where I go, I see it there. Smell of books stuck in the air. God, I've never felt so alone. A sea of stars remind me here of things so just and so unfair. Should have walked right off this throne. We had it all there.
She is singing on this song.
We had it all, there'd be no gain. What a shame.
But we gotta listen to the whole thing because there's a big moment coming up.
If I gave my life, it will be in vain.
So there's a climax.
Made it clear we're not the same.
So far,
What a shame.
yeah, I think this is a pretty solid mix. But before I send it to Nina, of course she can listen to the mix on the VOD, but
You tore me down and set you free. Now I'm praying on my knees for you to find your.
honestly, I might want to like manually crank the volume during that section.
And all this
I'll
time
have to think about that.
thought you see just who you make me out
But
to be.
before I make any other changes, I'm gonna listen to it on the monitors, my phone and stuff, so I probably will not be making any more changes to this stream.
Silent plea, the things we said's not what we mean. But you might never find your way back home. And all this time I thought you'd see just who you make me out to be. But the nightingales, they sing.
Because it's pretty dynamic, but like I do think that it needs like a big impact at that section, and it has a big impact because that's when like the huge fucking bass drum comes in. But
What a shame. What a shame.
it might be cool to just slightly bump that up.
will be in vain. You made it clear we're not the same. What a shame. What a shame.
Yeah, so that's what we were working on. And now
I'm a optimist. You can't take away. I'm a optimist. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought.
let's see. All right. I can hear some
I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you.
let's see. Yeah, there's some weirdness with the vibrato here. Let's see if I can fix that.
Yeah, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. But you won't see the vision 'cause you.
Oh, you just missed the mix. Hey, I mean, I'll send you the mix. You worked on the song. You should be able to listen to it anytime. But yeah, no, I think I want to like do some stuff to just make it feel like more of a climax.
I'm a pop. You'll be jealous. You'll be.
Yeah, it's like yo, like it's too much vibrato. Let me see what I can do about that. Ooh. I wish I could zoom in more.
Oh, you'll be jealous that you. Oh, you'll be jealous that you never thought. You'll be jealous. You'll be jealous that you.
It sounds a little unnatural.
Oh, you'll be jealous.
But that sounds weird.
You'll be jealous that you never thought that. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you thought. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but.
Oop, God damn it. I really hate the controls.
You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never.
So after that, it's actually just a repeat. So I may just work on this and then clone it out.
You'll be jealous.
Yeah, it sounds unnatural there.
You'll be. You'll be jealous. You'll be jealous that you'll be jealous. You'll be jealous that you never. You'll be jealous that you never thought.
Did that undo all pitch changes? I don't think so. No, it just for those.
You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision. See. You'll be jealous that you never. You'll be jealous that you never thought. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this.
All right, sounds more natural.
You won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away.
All right, let me go ahead and record that out.
I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription.
All right, and then I just gotta copy and paste. And then we're gonna get rid of those
Optimist, you can't take away.
and get rid of these.
Optimist, you can't take away from my accomplishment. Optimist, you can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. Optimist prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription.
All right, yeah, sick. Now structurally, yeah, let's get rid of this bullshit. If I want to make more changes, I still got like the Melodynes saved in there, so.
Optimist, you can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments.
Yeah, so structurally, I want there to be another verse and another chorus. So like, but not a pre-chorus. Important distinction. So basically, I think I want to like copy this over. So there'll be a verse. Something like that. And then
I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. Future keeps on pulling me in.
I think this is how I want the structure to go. It needs more vocals. How much time do I have? I got like 8 minutes. Let's record some freaking vocals.
Future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. Optimist, you can
Optimist. No, that's too high. I need to get somebody else to record that. But I can do low octaves. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. Yeah, let's do some low vocals. Okay. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments.
take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey.
I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You could. Fuck, I forgot the lyrics.
Of this,
But you won't see the vision, cause
pessimistic.
But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist.
You can't take away from my accomplishments.
You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. Fuck yeah. Alright, I can Frankenstein that together. The future keeps on pulling me in. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. Alright, auto-tune, we'll have to fix that. Accomplishments. You could. Fuck, I forgot the lyrics. But you won't see the vision cause But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision cause you're too But you won't see the vision. But you won't see the vision. Yeah, so I'm gonna cut that out. You won't see the vision cause you're. So we. Prescription. Optimist. But I got the prescription. But I got the prescription. I won't see the vision cause Alright, let's cut there. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. Vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. Vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. Vision cause you're too pessimistic. But you won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. You'll be jealous. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. But you won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. Alright, yeah, that's good. Prescription, I'm a Alright. I'm a optimist. Alright. Put that down there. Let's get rid of those two. And let's put these into a channel. Oh. What is Pi barking at?
Hey, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be. Hey, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments.
You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. I'm a optimist. I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. It's a little shaky, but honestly, for background vocals like this, it does not matter that much. Little bit of EQ. I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, Alright, let's I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm a poptimist. You can't take away. I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription. Yeah, I think that sounds good. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. I think I'm gonna cut out my breaths. Future keeps on pulling me in. I can see a paradise that we can begin. We don't have to take the status quo on the chin. We can take the power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought. This is also a totally minor thing, but I'm gonna do some haze. Because they sound weak. Hey, hey, hey. But if what I imagine it as having like crowd vocals, you know? Power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey. And the trick is you just do a shit ton of those. Power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey. And more. More! Power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey! More! Power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey! More! Power back and go for the win. Hey, hey, hey! And then you just comp all those together. And you got yourself some little gang vocals. Hey, hey, hey. Of course, they are totally out of sync. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a poptimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too pessimistic. But I got the prescription, I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this, but you won't see the vision 'cause you're too Hey, hey, hey. I'm a And honestly, you don't have to do too much to them because, like, you kind of want it to sound natural. You want it to sound like it was recorded in a real space.
Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take a and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a
Don't even really need much EQ because, like, I've found that, like, you kind of want some of the barkiness of, like, the low mids that I would normally take out of a like sung vocal or rapped vocal.
go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from me. Go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my account. Go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away.
I might like pan some of these, like, I don't know.
Go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist.
Give it a little bit of stereo width, maybe a tiny bit of reverb, just a tiny bit.
Go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away from my accomplishments. You'll be jealous that you never thought of this. Let you power back and go for the win. Hey, 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 I'm a optimist. You can't take away.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I imagined it. Time to go back to work. It's about time for me to cut the stream, actually. So, perfect timing. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, I should stop myself. I have a tendency to get into the swing of things and then I can't stop. Fun fact, that's an ADHD symptom. It's basically difficulty changing tasks. So shout out to all my mentally ill followers. Let's call it here. And maybe honestly, I'll probably keep working on this off cam, but you know, I can't give it all away. You know, this is an upcoming track, and y'all are getting early access. So, thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching that. I think next week I'm going to do another reaction stream because I think the last one went pretty well. So look out. Follow me on Twitter first of all, and look out for a tweet asking for songs to react to. And look out for this song hopefully soon. And stream Dark Hour in Junpei and Free Palestine, trans rights, and